It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Thursday, August 13th. I'm James Spann. Feels good this morning. A nice touch of fall, and meteors are flying in the pre-dawn hours. That was one of the shots taken. Hard to get those things, photographed like that, but some know how to do it. It was clear. We had a new moon, just perfect. Same setup this morning. We have the heat bubble to the west, a nice trough on the east coast that delivered the dry air, and yes, indeed, it feels good. Look at Fort Payne coming in at 59. Coleman and Decatur at 60. Haleyville at 62. Birmingham 67. We'll be back up around 90 today, but the humidity stays low. Very quiet August day around the nation. No significant weather extremes, really. And accordingly, severe weather certainly not happening here today with a dry air. Maybe a storm down around Dothan or Eufaula this afternoon. We do note a marginal risk way up north. Rain for the next 5 days. Valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Under 1/2 inch for North Alabama. A little heavier totals on the Gulf Coast, but there you'll see a decent amount of sun every day, just a passing storm from time to time, which is almost always the case in August. And no worries with hurricanes or tropical storms. During a typical season, things start to get very active this time of the year, but not this year. It's an El Nino year, and it's very, very quiet across the Atlantic Basin. All right, model fans, the GFS, this is the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars. Blazing 597 heat ring over New Mexico. Nice cool trough over the east, and again for us, we stay in dry air today. Mostly sunny with a high around 90, the dew points in the 50s much of the day. It'll be a pretty comfortable 90. Tomorrow, moisture begins to return. We'll mention a small chance of a shower. This is the high-res NAM at 4 o'clock, and you can see it does print a number of scattered showers, mainly on the western side of the state. So some of you might get a shower or storm tomorrow. Many of you will not, and the high will stay close to 90. Then for the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, we'll mention some risk of an afternoon storm in a few spots, pretty typical for this time of the year, and the high, again, pretty close to 90. Sunday, same thing both days, but a decent chunk of the weekend should be dry. Just be aware, a pop-up storm not out of the question. Monday of next week, and again, the models have waffled on this upper low developing. Some runs show it, some runs don't. This one really doesn't, so again, accordingly, it just shows the typical risk of scattered afternoon and evening storms. We've seen evidence from time to time. Storms could be numerous perhaps on Monday and Tuesday, but this run not showing that. There's Tuesday. Highs around 90. Wednesday of next week, same thing. We note that deep surface low over Nebraska. That could set up severe weather for cities like Wichita and Kansas City, maybe Tulsa. But for us, pretty typical summer weather. And this is a week from today, Thursday, August 20th. Big trough coming through the plains. Higher heights over the northeast United States. And again, if that's right, pretty typical weather for us. Partly sunny, maybe a storm in spots. The high would be in the low 90s. Here's the end of the forecast, Saturday, August 22nd. Main jet stream up in Canada. And again, very typical August weather, if that's right. 15-day temperatures coming off the GAFS ensemble. Highs, upper 80s, low 90s. Lows, upper 60s and low 70s. Pretty much what you expect this time of the year. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can catch us this evening on the live stream of the television site, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.